My story's not about suddenly gaining a new baby sibling, so hopefully I can win that conditioning cap. No, I think I'm really just reaching into the previous date boxes, because it was my ex's birthday last year, and this was the bad ex, the one who had messed me up, the one who had said horrible things to me while we were dating, told me I wasn't worth being with her, and then when we broke up, started lying to me, tried to hook up with my friends, told someone I was interested in not to date me. You know, all the things that made it seem like, is this a joke? Am I in like some bad 90s sitcom? This stuff doesn't really happen, right? So it was her birthday, and she'd gotten into my head, obviously. And I didn't want to spend the day sitting around like in that puddle of self-pity and moping. And it was also the first weekend of winter break. I just finished my grading for the semester. I wanted to go out and enjoy myself. So I went out. I forced myself to go out. And I went to a poetry reading, because that's what English majors do for fun. And it was fun, because I'm an English major. And so the poetry was good. I'm having a good time. And I noticed across the room, there's this girl. And she's really cute. And then when the reading's done, she's still hanging around. So we start talking, and it turns out she's a writer, and she's really sharp, and she's into interesting music, and she's friends with the poets, which means she's going to come hang out with all of us at Dirty Frank's now that the reading's done. So I'm really excited. We head to the bar, and instead of sitting with her friends, she actually sits at the bar with me. And we start talking, and we're really hitting it off, and we're chatting for like a good hour or so. But my ex is still in the back of my head. And I know she's doing her birthday thing somewhere in Center City. And there's a very good chance she's going to end the night at Dirty Frank's. So even though I'm really hitting it off with this girl, I'm constantly checking my watch thinking, I gotta get out of here, because I can't be here if she shows up. So even though things are going well, I tell the girl, like, well, I'm thinking of going to this party I was invited to across town. Do you want to join me? And she says, no, I think I'll stay here and catch up with my friends. And I'm thinking, like, oh, I've done it again. I've let this stuff get on top of me. I've blown it. I've ruined it. And I go, well, can I get your number before I go? And she says, yes. And I'm grinning like a giddy 13-year-old, which is what I think I'll be doing until I'm 90 and girls give me their phone numbers. I was not doing the fist-pumping victory dance I did when I was 13, but in my head I was. So I was like, okay, great. And this, I feel like, would be a nice, cute end to the story, like a nice point to end it, but it's not how the night ended. I went to the party had peaked before I got there, so I hung out for a little bit, but finally, it's about 1 o'clock, I decided to head home. And my phone goes off. I'm getting a text from someone. And it turns out it's the girl. And she says, how's the party? I reply, well, it's kind of boring, I'm heading home. How's the bar? And she says, same here. So I text back, well, I've got board games, delicious hummus, and a snuggly dog at my place. Want to come hang out? And she says yes. And it's like the heavens parted. And the universe presented itself to me and said, behold, all the wonders the world has to afford. Once you cut these poisonous people out of your life. And I thought to myself, my God, this is one hell of a birthday gift. Thank you. How do you ask?